Alright, today we will be continuing on with our build. Or I should say, my build. Or our build. So, looks like we get to press some more dowel pins. I do like the little arbor press that Josh picked out. It's perfect for small projects. It's not the big arbor presses, but that would be good out in your garage probably, but it would do the trick. Personally, I really like the size for my workroom. Alright. So, need some more M4 dowels. Dowels in which I hope I have. Otherwise, this may be an uneventful video. It looks as though I do not have the dowels for the corner brackets. Luke did send me some dowels, but that was for the tool changer only, it appears, and I did not realize how many more dowels I needed. Well, for the time being, I will just build as much as I can. I did order some more dowels from Fastenal, but I'm not sure how long that's going to take to get here. I think soon I'll be running out of videos to do daily and be switching to live streams more occasionally as time progresses. Hopefully I get my last parts, such as the acrylic for the electronics and my dowel pins. But I also have to print the tool holders, which I believe are getting redesigned now, which I suppose is fortunate that I didn't print them yet. Suppose first we can do a little unboxing video. So this is recommended by Brian. Everybody has been really excited about the, I think it was ES120 screwdriver that's somewhere around $100. This is $40 on Amazon. So let's take a look inside. shall we? I'll get to assembling the Z-rays here shortly. Oh, that's cool. Comes with a little magnetic work table. As you can see, it seems to work just fine. That's spiffy. Not so great for stainless, but still spiffy nonetheless. Boxes within boxes within boxes. I've already went through 3 boxes to get to this box before I even opened it. Ah, a demagnetizer. Interesting. What else do we have in here? Charging cable. Good stuff. Looks pretty standard. LED light, output shaft, forward button, reverse button, and even an indicator for charging, along with a tool head list, which maybe will show up on camera. There's the demagnetizer. Maybe this is the last case to get into. Packaging nowadays is getting on the ridiculous side, I would say. I know people want to make all these fancy packages, but I think it's kind of a waste at this point. Especially when you're buying things on Amazon, why do you need a fancy box? You're not going to see it in the store. And a bag. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, this is a pretty cool case. It's got the screwdriver on the outside of the box. Ah, double-sided case. Got an entire array of various bits. And they're held in pretty good too. Oh, that's handy. A nice little magnetic cover. And more bits. Alright, let's see how we get this thing out. I think we just... There we go. Easy enough. Here's our screwdriver. I'm sure this thing isn't going to torque anything, but at least... Ooh. Wow, actually it has quite a bit of torque. I'm fairly impressed. We'll be using this for any small screws if I can. Test it out. For now, I'll just stick it back in its tube. The charging cable on the dock here, USB dock, so I can charge it when the live stream is over. There are, looks like 5 LEDs along the top that's supposed to indicate the charge level. But I'm guessing That must only show up when discharging. Let's stick a little demagnetizer in the tray. Let's see. I'd say a nice array of bits. Very nice. Alright, we'll set that off to the side for now. I'm not sure what I'll do with anything with the little magnetic mat, but it's nice to have anyway. 45-minute charging time, 150 RPM. Certainly faster than I can turn an Allen wrench. Six-month warranty. I think this is a really nice little screwdriver for applications. So, on to the next step until I get my 20mm dowels. Granger's really been dropping the ball for everybody on the dowel orders. I suppose we can put in the spring anchors though. Let me grab my... No, maybe not the spring anchors. I think those should wait till after the dowels. I think there's a reason that they're in the manual after the dowels, after all. So looks like we will be assembling the rails, or pre-assembling them, I guess. Z-axis holders. That may be all I do. I suppose I should print some more of the tool docs, or at least the wiper docs. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit before I get to the fun stuff. Those 20mm dowels have really stymied my progress on the Z-axis tonight. So, okay. Grabbing the last of the rails. I suppose if I run out of stuff to do in Jubilee directly, I still have to check Primeras for cracked gears. It might be worthwhile to have on a video, I suppose. I was surprised at how resistant this packaging is to my hobby knife for some reason. It's incredibly sharp, and I know this from personal experience. Yet I always have trouble with these bags for some reason. And my wife stole all my scissors. Oh boy. Not good. Yes, pay very close attention to when you are removing the rails from the blue bags. Sometimes that will grab a hold of your bearings. Wish me luck. It really seems as though a ball was lost, but I heard no balls fall out. There was no balls in the package. I knew somewhere in the back of my mind I should have bought the extra balls. Today seems to be an exercise in failing.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going, Brian?
Last night was an interesting evening. Ended up fixing stuff at the escape block.
Gotcha. Yeah, so
You said you did Z yesterday.
uh
You did some Z. I
sorta.
didn't watch the video. It's been a long.
The only thing I really accomplished for the Z was putting the nuts on the on the rails or on the screws. I spent most of the video tightening the belts. I didn't think it would take as long as it did.
But you got
But
the belt.
what's that?
But you got the belt.
Yeah, the belt's tightened down. Um, it doesn't move as freely as I would like. I'm kind of curious. I've never had a Core XY before, so I don't know exactly how smooth I should, or easily I should be able to pull the carriage around by hand.
Probably not as much as you might think.
Well, that's kind of actually what I was thinking, is that it might be as good as it's supposed to be. I'm just, it's not that, it's just easier to pull it around on my Cartesian style big box. But that Might just be because the big box is, you know, Cartesian. So.
Yeah, Cartesian is.
So, just before you got on, while I was pulling out the rail, I actually managed to pull the bearing off.
Uh-oh.
Now, I didn't see any balls or hear any balls disappear, but I swear it looks like there's a ball missing.
Now, each of the little rails, at least on mine, came with a bag of extra bearings.
Yeah, mine didn't.
Not only that, I bought 400
You know, I was going to
replacement
buy
bearings.
replacement balls, you know, in case these ones weren't all that great, and some stupid little voice in the back of my head said, "No, you don't need that." So here we are, ballless.
Okay.
um, would you happen to have
Imperfect pasa.
what's
Yeah,
that?
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, would you happen to have the link to what balls those were? Because I was gonna go look for it here in a minute.
Sure. See if I can find it.
I'm gonna cut this box open that the rails came in. Maybe somewhere taped in the bottom here there's a bag of balls, but I doubt it.
Okay.
It was worth checking. Did you get the ones from the bomb, or did you buy the rails elsewhere?
I got the rails through Amazon.
Right.
And I had them in like a day, 2 days, something like that.
Yeah. It doesn't appear that there's anything else in the box here. Yeah, I also made a mistake
Uh-oh.
in the fact that I don't have any 20 millimeter dowel pins.
Oh.
I did happen to order more from Fastenal because it was the only place I could find them. I mean, I probably could have bought them off of Amazon or something, but I didn't really.
No, they were on McMaster Car.
I didn't see that, and it was on the Granger list in the bomb. And Granger isn't shipping anybody dowels, right? What?
Hold on. Let me just double check.
Pretty sure the 20 millimeter dowels were.
Oh no, the big ones?
They're M4 20 millimeter dowels.
Oh yeah, no. I got those from McMaster Car. Hold on. Eighteen eight stainless steel dowel pens, 4x20s. Yeah.
Oh, you want to link me? If I do that, then I'll have them by tomorrow.
Okay. Hold on.
Because I feel like the Fastenal ones are going to take a while to get here.
Now these are the 18.8, but there's a discussion going on right now. Come on.
Whether you want harder balls or softer balls. Or, I mean, rods.
Yeah. So there's the 18.8 stainless. I'll get you the.
You can, these kind of links, I mean, it's fine if you give them to me. That's perfectly fine. But Feel
Well,
free
I
to link
dropped
them
them
in
in.
the live stream chat too.
Oh yeah, I'll throw it in the live stream chat.
Yeah, Josh just made that yesterday because he wanted, Imp and Josh were actually on for a little while.
Oh, last night.
Yeah, and that's where the imperfect pasta link came from.
Yeah, they're sold out.
He says it's an occasional thing. Once in a while they will have that on there. So the discussion yesterday
Yeah.
that you missed with Josh and Imp had to do with the tools not, well, or at least one of the discussions had to do with the tools not aligning properly, and so that was one
Okay.
of the things Josh was recommending, is that PLA doesn't have the temperature resistance he was thinking necessary, and PETG might be a little bit too flexible for the tool plates.
Oh well, I think I think PLA will work on the tool plates, but um, most of the people have probably printed the tool plates with a low infill and a lot of perimeters, and you might need to up your infill in order to get the overall stiffness.
Well, Josh has been experimenting with that, and that's where the HTPLA came into play. And as a cost savings potential, he linked the imperfect pasta.
Oh yeah, no, I've got some HTPLA, but if you're gonna go with that, HTPLA is fine, but be careful when um, printing HTPLA and then deciding that you're going to anneal it, um, because you get the odds of getting warping or shrinkage may become an issue. Let's see, I need to go.
Oh, bummer! I missed the
Hold
window
on,
for getting it tomorrow.
sorry, I'm
It's
trying to find your
not your
my
fault.
model.
No, I'm at the for the balls.
Where are you ordering the balls from?
You just sent me a link, didn't you?
Not those weren't balls. Oh, those are the. I mean, the ball
The
bearings. I'm
Amazon link.
sorry. Yeah, no, I was thinking. Sorry, I was thinking. So these are the 18.8 stainless is what I've got. Um, Standard tolerance. They're not precision. They're not precision dowel pins. Oh, I guess they are precision. Are precision ground. Um, chamfered metric 18.8 stainless 4x20. Diameter tolerance is 0.004 to 0.012. It doesn't say what their hardness is. It does say it's a DIN 7 or ISO 2338 M6. Um, oh yeah, minimum hardness is not rated. So for 18.8 stainless, um, but those are the. If you want, I can get you the 18.8 first, and then I'll get the other steel. So which one? The thing is, oh well, look at that. The Rockwell C47, C50.
So, yeah, I wonder.
That's the 4140 alloy.
I kind of wondered why Josh didn't put some of these things on Mastercar or something and went with Granger. I don't like
He was looking for
Granger.
cheap. He was looking for cost. So the 18.8 stainless doesn't have a hardness rating. The black oxide carbon steel has a hardness of C60. but they don't have metrics. So hold on, let me get into the metric stuff. And 316 is not rated. 416 stainless. Come on, I'm trying to get to the metric section of the page.
All three rails have a significant difference in pressure it takes to move the.
So it might be worth.
Like you can see that I can just touch this one with my fingertip and it moves. And this one, the bearing doesn't even move on the rail moves.
Yeah, so this is where you start stripping them down and cleaning them. Let me get you a reference. 1 sec.
Yeah, I think that was the article that was talking about replacing all the balls. That's probably what you're getting at, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I was.
It's one of the guys I subscribe to. Hold on. Really? Okay, so there we go.
Boy, I think I might have just come to a dead stop on the build.
Why is that? Because the rails are bad?
Yeah, especially if I'm going to clean them.
Well, make the cleaning a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that in the live stream, I suppose. I was just, because I can't press in the dowel pins. I don't have them. I can't, yeah. Alrighty then. I guess, we will clean the bearings.
There we go. I just put it in the. I did not save the. I will.
I did not mean to open that on the live stream.
Oh. There we go. You're streaming somebody else's stream?
Yeah,
So
I clicked on the video link and it popped up on the stream.
So I just, yeah. So there's that's the first one in the series. So
Yeah,
worth taking a
20-minute
look at.
video. I wonder if there's a highlight section. Oh, he's talking about a centrifugal blower.
Let's see. There's metric 4140 with a Rockwell of C52. Metric 52,100 alloy steel with a Rockwell of C52. There's metric 18.8, but it's not rated. There's the metric 316, but it's again not rated. So I gave you the 18.8, but let me get you the part number for the 420 in the alloy steel. Okay?
All right.
But I don't know what the surface finish on these things are because we're using them for. So there's the metric, the 4140, but it doesn't have a 420, but the 52100 does. Let me get you that part number. One sec. And they're 1250 for a pack of 50. Delivers Tuesday. There you go. These are precision ground.
So the difference between these ones and the first link you sent me, or is the hardness rating? I take it.
Well, this is an alloy with a Rockwell hardness of C52. And 18.8, it's chamfered and rounded. So it's got one end has got a chamfer on it, and that's the end that you're going to go into the part first. Whereas the other end has got a bit of a rounded edge to it. So this might be a useful. I mean, it's certainly going to make it easier to get it to drive in. And that would definitely be a thing to throw into the discussion. Was that in the custom tools, or was that in something else? That conversation was happening. That was in machine hardware.
It's been kind of spread out around. I mean, we're having a live discussion on the live stream last night.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out here as like so because and new stainless steel pins shorten the spring standby current to 60%. And Imp was talking about ceramic coating, Cerera coat, coating the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of the issue is like not only do we want a hard surface, but we want a polished surface, right?
He talked about that a little bit too.
And he's testing polishing the balls, right?
Well, Abe was talking about how the coating, if done right, can be polished or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, the coating, if it's done properly, it's going to have it has a self-leveling property during the baking process. I don't understand what the silver balls are, what the reference to the silver balls are, other than the gold balls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the ones I have are just a steel.
All right, so those are ordered. I guess I'd have to really watch this video you sent to really.
Basically, he talks about how it's an educational as much as how linear rails work and what the difference, what your cheap Chinese rails are gonna have as far as like the ball bearings and what class fit they are and um, what the interior finish on the rail and the interior of the carriage are and such and such and such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um,
Oh, it's almost an hour-long video.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's not super good when you just want if you wanted to quickly do something.
No, but the thing is, he does one of the things Alex does is he does a lot of good background information.
Right.
He does tend to ramble a little bit, but as far as you, he doesn't just say, "And this is this do this thing." He does do this thing, and here is why.
Yeah.
Because the why is just as important, at least in my opinion. Because if you're going to make a video to educate somebody, make it actually educational.
Yeah.
And if at this point you're going to stop so you can watch the video and learn how to fix it, then maybe that's a good place to stop to do that.
Well, I do have one other thing I want to accomplish, so
Okay.
we can
Yeah,
move on to that.
well, you could if there's a subassembly that you can work on, you can do that. I just printed out the Hemera uh, part cooling blower thing for the 4010. I don't know if it's a 4010 or a 4020. Maybe a
for-
4020.
40. I don't. What are you referencing exactly? I don't remember
It's
all the
the one
numbers.
by E3. It's the one by E3D. Can I? I'll be back in just a minute.
Sure. All right. Time to check out the Hemeras. Point it up so the T-nuts don't fall out. What do? Scatter the T-nuts all over the desk. I think I'm putting that back together completely upside down. Okay. Oh no, that's correct. Alright. That was simple enough. So, E3D's video is more than enough to walk you through the steps. I don't think I need to really explain it to anybody, but on the next Premiere we can check. Alright. One down, one to go. My other ones were already pre-checked by Filstruder. I guess for prudence sake I can go through more. And since I don't have anything better to do. So basically, loosen the tension, remove the two front screws, dump the screws out. Make sure you do it up when you shimmy this out. So you don't lose the 4 screws in the corners. Pull out your drive gear. Everything's nice and tight. Pull out the idler. And again, everything nice and tight. So, one thing that's kind of neat, let's see, the filament path is nicely constrained here. So, filament's coming down, well, it's hard to see. Maybe I can light it up. So, it's not a whole lot of room. You got metal all the way down, and then of course the gears are going to sit in the spots that are open there. I'm pressing on the filament. It really has absolutely nowhere to go. And it's a very nicely constrained path. One of the most frustrating parts of the Titan was after you feed it through the Bowden, or the coupler at the top, you have a gap that can sometimes allow the filament to slide free. Yeah, so the Ramera is definitely a beautiful little piece of equipment. And I dumped the nuts again. Like a goldfish today. Can't remember anything for more than about 3 seconds. It's, even without the screws, it is nice and tightly assembled. Right. The screws are doing nothing more than holding it down. They've got dowels built into the heatsink that just locks it right into place. I feel like E3D really outdid themselves with this one. Not sure what they could possibly come out with in the future to outdo the Hermes. Sure, we'll see a water-cooled version at some point, but I don't know why. I mean, the Hermes really is designed to be air-cooled. But it's got such a nice filament path. If you wanted to do a heated enclosure, I could see how would want water-cooled Hermeras. And again, because I don't have anything better to do, we'll check the pre-check Hermeras to crack gears. Remove the tension, pull out the screws. Oh, these are, like I said, these are tightly doweled. This one doesn't even want to start wiggling for me. There we go. That's a clever little mechanism. So they basically have a M3 square nut attached to a double wedge. So as you pull up on the double wedge, it slides the white piece out, and that's what creates the tension that pushes the idler arm against the filament. I was really curious how that worked. That's awesome. What a genius idea, building the end plates of the motor with the bearings pressed in, dowel pinholes. Oh, wonderfully compact. It's like they made too many upgrades all at once. What are they going to upgrade next? Oh, they even have a little bit of the heatsink fin inside the heatsink, not just outside. That's interesting. So excuse me for what I said earlier. There's one dowel, and then there's two little standoffs, I guess you could call them, that slide into two recessed pockets where the screws are going into. And almost, yeah, it looks like they designed the faceplate of the motor for a mirrored Hermera already. Yeah, they have the dowel pin and everything ready for it. And two sets of holes for the screws. Mirrored and regular, so the stepper is already prepped. All you would have to do is throw in the alternate heat sink. And I could be wrong, but the idler... No, the idler is not mirrorable. there is a difference between the two. I was going to say you could just flip the gear around, but there's more to it than that. So you'll need a new heatsink and a new idle arm. Kind of fun getting a look inside the Hemera and seeing what makes it tick. Oh, again with the nuts. If there's any weakness in the design, it would be lack of retention for these silly nuts. I almost wonder why they just didn't tap M3 holes in the side. Maybe they wanted it to be loose enough that you could accommodate variations in the mounting surface. Well, that's square nut oblivion. It does come with more. So you get 4 more square nuts. I know I have some M3 square nuts somewhere, but I'd rather keep the Hemera's nuts with it, just in case there's some sort of difference. I'm sure I can find the nut later if I really want to. As I go to turn it upside down again. This one's a bit more stiff than the previous two were. Oh, look at that, a set of Allen wrenches. I bet you that one of them's a 2mm. Meaning I had 4 sitting in a bag the other day when I couldn't find them. Oh, it even comes with a brass nozzle. Feel like I probably didn't need anything other than the heat break from that bag, but that's alright. Comes with that's interesting. Comes with the heater cartridge too. And I'm guessing that's a thermal resistor. And a cool sticker. The Hemera stickers will probably be collector's items. Well, maybe not collector's items, but I wonder if my original box has Hermes stickers in it. That'd be interesting. Aha! These will be the collector's item. looks like I bought the next set a little too late to get a set of Hermes stickers with that as well. I wonder how much longer they'll still have Hermes in the box before they run out and have to print Hermes boxes. Last one.
Hey, I'm back. You taking things apart?
Yeah, I took apart 2 or 3 Hermes already.
Oh, this is the fourth one?
Yeah, technically I shouldn't need to take it apart because it was pre-checked, but
Yeah.
the first 2 weren't. But this one, I don't have anything better to do, so why not?
Okay.
Have you
So you've
taken one
taken out the
apart?
screws. No, you're taking out the screws, and now you're rocking the pulling the extruder apart.
Yeah, it's actually really easy. It's just 2 screws come out of the heatsink. You want to back the tension off of the idler arm.
Yep. And then it all just comes apart.
Yeah, it's stiff, but in a good way. It's kind of cool. I kind of noted this already, just kind of talking to myself while I was doing this. But there's actually 2 sets of holes on the faceplate of the motor, so this will be interchangeable for a left and right version.
Ah.
The heatsink and idler arm are not mirrorable,
Hold on.
but
Can you hold it up to the camera?
sure.
I gotta go. I'm gonna put this full screen.
Oh, here, maybe I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the two.
Audio sources on that one. Let me copy them over.
So there's your bearing, and there's the mounting screws, and then there's the gear on the end of the stepper. Now they've already done a custom stepper, aren't they supposed? Aren't they looking at doing a stepper that's um, even smaller?
So I've heard that,
I
or
mean, you're working.
I heard
Yeah.
that people have been talking about it, and I think it might be more of a theory than an actuality. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, because you got to be able to get a good amount of torque out of that thing.
Yeah.
So when you say right and left version, um, does the heatsink and the heatsink is only in one direction? So if they just mirror the heatsink and manufacture that, wouldn't that be essentially the same? Oh, you
Yes.
just lost an M3. Yeah,
Yeah. They're really easy to forget about and drop.
yeah. You got
um,
to make sure
you,
all four of them in when you put it together.
actually, let's see. If you mirrored it,
Now, if you mirrored the heatsink,
yeah, so it comes in this way. If you mirrored it, you would actually the down, I guess a potential downside would be you'd have to flip the connector down on the bottom to actually take advantage of the mirror, I think.
no, I meant say look at the front of the heatsink, right?
Right.
So if you take the front of the heatsink, you take the heatsink and you mirror it down the long axis
Mhm.
or the oh, hey Decker. So that's pointing straight up. So the oh wait, hold on. Uh,
Yeah. What I'm saying is like if you actually mirrored the.
what I'm saying is you mirror that part. You leave the insides alone, right?
Mhm.
And you mirror the ducting of the heatsink
Yeah.
so that it blows in the other direction,
Yeah.
but you leave the insides alone. Maybe? Hold on. I'm trying to visualize this.
Yeah.
Is there any reason with the way the gearing is set up is that if you flopped the the you took the whole heatsink, right?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why you would even want to mirror it.
Only to put the hot end on the
Mhm.
same at the same dimensions.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it will be slightly off by, I guess, I'm looking down at it. It'd be
Yeah, because
off.
they're not centered, right?
Mhm.
The hot end doesn't come out the middle. It comes off to one side of the
Right.
right. But if you flipped it to the other side of the gear
Right.
and you pointed, essentially if you made it a mirror image of what it is looking at it from the end.
The only thing they dropped the ball on as far as mirroring goes is that to be
They'd have
truly mirrored, they could have put a hole in there, and then you could have actually put it together, um,
well,
potentially.
so the idea is that you've got if you want so if you take the heat exchanger, right? It says, oh wait, can you tip it down just a little bit towards me? Oh, okay, yeah, no, never mind. Now I get it. It's horizontal. I thought it was a vertical.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, if there was another bearing hole on the other side of the right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But so in order to do that, I think if you mirrored it, and you'll have to flip the motor upside down.
Well, no. If say um, are those? Yeah, those are offset. So that front plate would have to be mirrored as well,
Yeah.
because that front end of the motor is.
It's just really interesting because they placed an extra dowel hole in the top here, and it almost like if they would have, I'm not sure why they bothered. They basically have two extra hole, like countersunk and tapped holes, and an extra peg hole. And if you weren't mirroring it, I'm not sure what the point of it would be.
Well, here's the thing: you can what you can do is, you don't
Oh,
flip the motor upside down. You just take the front end of the motor off the windings, right, and then rotate it 180 degrees. Or you take the back end and rotate it 180 degrees,
yes.
right? So
Suppose you could do something like that. Darn it! I forgot to do it again. Aha! I found you this time. But I could see an argument for somebody wanting to have potentially the motor pins coming out the bottom, maybe, but
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I got something wrong with one of my overhangs are all shot on my Ender 5. I don't know what's up with it.
Also, look at the how tight this path is. It's pretty. Let me shine a light on it. Maybe I can get.
I'm still catching up with what you're trying to show me.
Yeah, but it's incredibly tight. If I put in the arm
Yeah, if you
here,
put, oh yeah, that's there's
it's
no
it's just beautiful, isn't it?
yeah, there's no room there for filament to get away.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Cast powder coated and machined.
Yeah, there's really only a few machined areas on it. Um,
And it's all the bearing surfaces.
yeah, and it's all on one side except for they probably had to machine the insert for the Bowden coupling and also the bottom and tap it where the
Heat break goes. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But aside
Yeah, I
from
need to.
that, all the major machining is all going to be done from the top.
Yeah, all of that one surface.
Yeah,
And that's all for dimensional stability or dimensional accuracy.
right. Um,
Yeah, I've got one of them. I ended up hand threading the heat break in just for a dry fit,
mhm.
and it stuck. And it's like, really? So, and I need to double nut it, and then I can back it out. I just can't get a grip on it with my fingers.
Do you know if they by default sent a titanium heat break or is it the
I think it's a titanium. The thing about titanium is it's brittle, so you have to be careful with it.
yeah, from my understanding, I thought it was actually a little bit more robust than the previous heat break. The steel version. That was something I don't know where I heard that, but that's what I had thought I had heard at one point.
Well, I mean, it's fully compatible with the the V6 ecosystem, so
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, I think I probably got more than I really needed with these Chimeras. Like they all come with a V6 block, uh, thermal. I mean, I'm not even going to use the thermal resistor. They
The
come with
thermal paste,
what's that?
the
Yeah,
thermal paste.
they come with thermal paste.
Yeah.
Oh, and the first two ones they had actually have the Hermes sticker. I'm tempted to. So the new ones came with the Hermera sticker. It's kind of tempting to actually throw the old Hermes sticker on the printer. I don't usually badge them, but I don't know, I feel like having a legitimate Hermes will be something kind of rare almost, in
Yeah.
a way.
I don't know. I gotta check. I haven't even opened mine. Besides a quick inspection, they may have stickers on them. I haven't checked.
Oh, I'm sure they have stickers, but depending on if you got them right in the first batch, like on a pre-order, or if you bought them later on, when they had time to swap out the stickers for Chimera instead of Hermes, then
Yeah.
you know.
So, what company was the one that got them to change the name? It wasn't. Tell me, it wasn't the Hermes watch, was it?
That's my understanding or my guess, but I don't really know for sure. I'm not sure who else would have Hermes as a trademark that would be, it'd be snickety about it. You'd think, considering it has absolutely nothing to do with the fashion industry, that they wouldn't care, but
Maybe they fall under the precision machinery.
I suppose I could kind of see that. I didn't think of it that way.
You okay? How was the cheesecake?
Delicious.
We stopped at Barnes and Noble yesterday for a cup of coffee, and they had $2 cheesecake slices from Cheesecake Factory.
Huh, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my part cooling.
So
My overhangs. I gotta run a quick overhang test because my overhangs are. I got something wrong with my overhangs.
this is when you know you have a problem.
Does you have 4 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my overhangs and bridging is kind of. It's like, why is my bridging so bad? Now, granted, the bridging is pretty. Maybe I've got my temperature too. Although I'm running at 205.
PLA?
Yeah.
Is your fan dying? Because I had that happen on my big box. Like when I started noticing bridging issues.
Yeah, part cooling fan. Yeah. I'm running at 2050 though for my part cooling fan. It's not a blower. I've got an interesting. I'm running something a little different. Everything okay, Corwin? Okay. I didn't know if you were talking to me or the cat. Okay. Is he doing all right? Is he just giving you a hard time?
Oh, I know. Maybe you'll appreciate this.
So when you step on your headset while you're standing up. Hello? Did it go
Hi.
away?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
You see the video?
Uh,
No?
Not yet. Oh yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I like
So
it.
what do you think?
I haven't actually got to use it yet because I'm failing to have anything to assemble today. But I grabbed a hold of it and hit the button, and I am really impressed with the amount of torque it actually has.
Yeah, it does generate. I mean, if you got something that's really stuck, what you can do is you grab it on there and you can hand turn it.
Well, I mean,
So,
I always have Allen wrenches handy for or
um,
screwdrivers or whatever, but it'll be nice for.
but you can hand turn it to kind of break it free, and then it'll spin itself out. Then the motor
So,
will spin it the rest of the way.
oh, so it doesn't. I see what you're saying. So, yeah, it seems to lock.
Yep.
That's really, really fantastic.
Cool. Yeah, I just stuck the picture of my Ender 5, the part cooling that I've got on there. I don't know if you can see it.
1 second. I was not looking at Discord. Okay, so Are you? Is that a BL Touch next to it?
Yeah, it's a BL Touch on it. That's my Ender 5.
Okay. I'm just trying to comprehend exactly what I'm looking at here.
So there's a 2040 on the front, which is the that's a 2040 on the front, which is the hot end cooling fan,
Hmm.
and then that's a 2050, or that means that's a 4020 on the front and a 5020 on the top, blowing down for the part cooling.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. I think with this set. I mean, everything about it is
Oh, did you
really.
get the one? Did you get the magnetic mat
Y-
also?
yes, I did.
Which is great, except for things that are stainless. But
True.
even those tend to stay put. But yeah, it helps with little screw with the axe. If you get the alloy screws, it helps keep them in place. You
But
have lots and lots of bits.
I know, and the bits they have, they I mean, no chance they're falling out. But yet at the same
Uh,
time, they're super easy to grab out. Like that's difficult
you
to do
say there's no
properly.
chance of falling out until you've knocked the entire kit off your desk.
Okay, well, I mean, a significant impact, yes, I can see that jarring
Yeah.
them loose. But like, assuming that you don't drop it onto something very hard, I mean,
Yeah.
these things aren't
They're
coming
not
out of
going.
here. You
Nope.
know, for like, I mean, I can sit here and shake it. If I smashed it against the desk, I'm sure they will. But I mean,
Yeah.
the magnetic lid, so easy to take off, put back on. Just every little aspect about this is really impressive to me. For
It's it's pretty slick.
the minute criticism that it isn't really even a criticism that I would have is it'd be nice to be able to check the battery level without plugging it in.
Yeah. It does, but it charges pretty quickly too. So
Right. I just mean like it'd be nice to kind of like look down and see, okay, there's 4 lights there, there's 3 lights, there's 2 lights, type of thing. Not
exactly.
not that I really have any problem with it. I just thought it was an interesting choice to only have it turn on when you're charging. But I guess if you're really impatient and you see that you're at, 4 bars or whatever, you can go ahead and pull it off. Well, there are some other things that I would like to do. Oh wow, it's 12 already? Damn. I think what I will do tomorrow is I've got some microfit 3.0 connectors, and they're rated for. I looked at the amperage. They're rated for well more than what these motors are going to be putting out,
Yeah.
or steppers. So I think I'm going to start putting some microfit connectors on the cables. So
Okay.
um, so that will at least give me something to do.
All right. I think I'm gonna bail for the rest of the evening. I am
Me
beat.
too.
Um, but yeah, what I'm gonna do before is see if I can find that 4 direction overhang check test. You know which one I'm talking about?
Um, I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
It's the one that I've seen a couple of different folks